Yes, I. Blessings, family. This is Jahites with Healing Earth Remedies once again. Um, I'm going to talk briefly about one of the biggest issues that I notice in society, and it is causing a downward spiral that's getting out of control. Control is getting out of control. You see, one of the things I've noticed is that we, the people, have forgotten about the concept of the village. I'll repeat that. We have forgotten the concept of the village. You see, anybody could make a baby, man. Come on. Any fool could make a baby. But it takes the village. You see, we have disconnected from the village concept, the family concept. I wonder what other. I ain't gonna even get into that. I ain't gonna even get into that. Because y'all are being pushed away from the village and family concept with all these fake ass fucking movements. You know what I mean? A bunch of bullshit movements, you know, that ain't about shit. That's pushing you away from the family structure, the village structure. And until we get back to that, we're going to have a lot of problems and continue to see things get out of control and get worse. You see, because what's happening is the village ties directly into your purpose. You see, man, I might have to make a few videos about this. Guys, think about this. I made a video a while back and I told you we have forgotten how to study children or how to learn from children. You see, we have it backwards. We try to impose our bullshit fuckery on children versus learning from the children. You see, a child is pure but learns corruption. Now, when that child enters into this realm, you see, before entering, and this is anybody, before entering, you engage in a spiritual contract. You know, in the other realm, you have to give a proposal. Just like in this realm where if a person have a business plan, right? You want a loan or you want to build a building, you know, and you need some funding and different things. You have to have a business plan, a proposal, and then present it to the investors, right? And then the investors would look it over and they would scrutinize it and, okay, well, hey, you know what? Okay, what about this question over here? Da, 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 da. And if you do well, access is granted. You get the funding, you could do your project. It's the same thing with you. Before you come here to this realm, you have to make a proposal in the other realm as to why you should be allowed to be given a body. I don't even know if this may be over too many people here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna plant these seeds. I know it might go over a lot of people's head, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You make a proposal because in the consciousness, remember you are consciousness now. So you make a proposal as to why you need a body to come back to this realm so that you could do what you say you're going to do in the spirit realm. So when you speak into the elders and stuff in the other realms and dimensions, and you telling them, well, hey, you know, I'm gonna go back to earth realm and, you know, I'm gonna raise the consciousness of humanity and, you know, da 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 da, and help people find themselves. Whatever the case is, whatever your proposal was, that was your contract. That was your spiritual contract. Your purpose. Now, the thing about your purpose is that everything about you is directly tied into it in its natural flow. In its natural flow. Hear me, guys. Listen carefully, man. I'm showing y'all something very heavy right now. So now, in your natural flow, there are things that you have been doing from the day you were born. As a child growing up, you were doing certain things that gave you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of, I would say, emotionally charged vibrations. For some people, it's music. For some people, it's poetry. For some people, it's just dancing. For some people, it's cooking. For some people, it is whatever. Only you know. But what I am encouraging you guys to do is to go back into your hall of records in your mind, your memory. You have to go back there to your childhood. Study yourself for the first 7 years. The things that you were doing in the first 7 years of your life in this realm is directly tied into your purpose. After those 7 years, you have learned corruption. So in order to find your purpose, if you're really trying to find your purpose, go back to the first 7 years. For some people that have booked reasoning sessions with me, I have explained to you how to do that. I'm not going to do it here. Ain't everything for the public. If you want to know how, book a reasoning session. But either way, for those of you that I have told how to do this, you have to go back into the hall of records in your mind. Go back into those files, people. There's answers there. There's a lot of jewels that was dropped on you. A lot of rituals that was done for you, on you, with you, by certain ones and ones. So if you're really trying to find your purpose, it's not hard, family. It's not hard. See, and this is where the village came in now. The concept of the village. You see, because in every village there were shamans, right? And with the shamans, part of their job is to identify certain things about each child and even communicate with that fetus before it was even born. So the shaman already knew why that fetus or child is coming into this realm. Ooh, boy, yeah, nature, boy, love you. Birds want to be a part of it. So the shaman already knows firsthand by tapping into that spirit before it is even born that, okay, this child is coming to fix these issues right here, da 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 da, and so on and so on. So the shaman would now put everybody in alignment with it so that when that child is born now, that child starts its life dealing with its purpose. They now would push that child in the direction of its purpose, of why it came in the first place. This is what I mean by we have lost the concept of the village. So now you have people that is just aimlessly living, thinking that they, oh man, you only live once, you live, then you die, you pay bills, that's it, not even understanding what their purpose is. And that is a problem because you're not here by accident. If you understood what you had to do to get here, what you had to go through to get here, you would not take it for granted. You would not take it for granted. This is why we have to get back to the concept of the village, the family. Meaning that we all have to work in our strengths. Everyone, I'm not you. I'm not trying to be you. I am me. You are you. I be me. You be you. We all be what we are. And together, we work it out. You see how that works? It's very simple, guys. But until we could get rid of those bullshit emotions like jealousy and, envy and, oh man, this person here, so many people like them, and they should be liking me, and I'm this, so they should be looking up to me, and I'm until we get rid of all that petty fuckery, we ain't going no place. You will forever be a nation divided against yourself. And what would happen if your heart or lungs went against each other? What would happen if your kidneys and internal organs decide to say, you know what, fuck it, man, we're doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do? You'll be pushing up daisies pretty soon. So anyway, back to the message at hand. The village. Never forget the concept of the village, and we must get back to the concept of the village. Okay? Because that is where the purposes get polished, so to speak. That's where the purposes could be polished. That's where when the children are being born, we already have what it takes, or we already know why they're coming, and so on and so on. And then for the ones that's here, if you're really trying to figure out your purpose, like I said, for those that have booked those reasoning sessions, I've shown you how to do it. If you did it, great. Then you should be closer to finding your purpose. If you didn't do it, well, that's on you. You can't say nobody never told you how to tap into your Akashic records. And for those that want to know, again, book a reasoning session. Ain't everything made for the public. All my information is not for the public, you know. But anyway, get back to the concept of the village. Anybody could make a child, but it takes a village to raise one. This is Jahites with Healing Earth Remedies. You could find us on YouTube, Healing Earth Remedies. You could find us on Instagram at Healing Earth Remedies. And you could also purchase products, book reasoning sessions, you know, and much, much more online at www.healingearthremedies.com. In the meantime, between time, don't let nobody steal your joy, family. Don't let nobody steal your joy. You know what I mean? If they're outside of your mind, don't let them live rent-free inside of yours. Peace.